Okay, so the other day I channeled a song More Than I Can Bear by Kirk Franklin, and there were a few messages that came through that I need to get out. So let's get into those messages. Okay, so the first part, I've gone through the fire. Fire is used as a tool for refinement and purification. Specifically, I heard burning away the ick so the good things can stick. Now, initially, I thought about the people that were thrown into the fire or the furnace and God being right there with them the whole entire time and them not even being harmed in the process. And I've been through the flood. God flooded the earth to cleanse it, which I heard the Great Reset. So essentially, the flood waters were used as a tool for purification. Hold on to that one. I've been broken into pieces. So I channeled the phrase building back better. And it has nothing to do with politics because I don't even dive into that. This is more so like sometimes things fall apart so better things can come together. So sometimes you need to be broken and things need to be broken in your life in order to be put back together how God intends. Now, this can apply broadly to things and systems in the world and of the world, or like I said, it can apply to your personal life on a personal level. This is like tower moments, basically dissolving and destroying false or shaky foundations to rebuild them on the solid foundation, which is God. Seeing lightning flashing from above. The storms. Okay? The storms that happen serve the same purpose as the fire, as the floods, as being broken. It's tools for refinement and purification. Storms are also meant to be tests. All right? Tests of endurance, tests of character, tests of faith. Not faith. Faith. Okay? Think about the areas or the area of your life where you may be experiencing a storm, right? There's a lesson you need to learn in that particular area or those particular areas. And I channeled another song, Jump Ship, by Jonathan McReynolds and Molly Music. In a specific part where Jonathan McReynolds was like, somewhere Jesus was just sleeping on that boat. And I think about how the disciples were on the boat and they were panicking because the boat was being rocked and it was just stormy weather, and Jesus was in the back sleep, and he woke up. He was like, y'all tripping about this? That's what y'all tripping about? Y'all see me right here? I'm asleep. And then he calmed the storm with like it was nothing, with ease. So there's relevance in all of that. Let's get into that part. So a lot of things are happening in the world. A lot of fires, a lot of flooding, a lot of foundations being destroyed, a lot of storms. And you can say, oh, that always happens. But there's a significance in that during this particular time. Because there's a lot of things that need refinement and purification. A lot of wrongs that are being set back right. And a lot of this can be seen now in the world and within people's personal lives. Okay? There's a reason for that. Let's move on to the next part. But through it all, I remember that he loves me and he cares, and he'll never put more on me than I can bear. Let's break that down. Okay, but through it all, I remember that he loves me and he cares. I don't know if anybody else has experienced this, but Think about those vindictive people that low key or high key be like, I'm gonna teach you a lesson. Like, that's not God. God doesn't operate like that. Anything you experience, whether it's just or unjust, is to teach you from a space of love, like loving redirection or constructive criticism. It's meant to help you, not harm you. It's God saying, baby, you lost your way. Let me redirect your course, okay? Let me get you back on track in whatever way that applies to you. Like, for example, if you forget who you are and whose you are, is God helping you to remember that? If your moral compass got a little bit jacked up in the journey called life, is God readjusting that? If you started running with the wrong folks and got led astray, is God aligning you with the right people and putting you back on your right path? It's because in some way, you or your life isn't aligning to and with the purpose He preordained for you and it. And He'll never put more on me than I can bear. Think about the things that you're experiencing. You've experienced them before, but probably on a smaller scale or on a different level. Nonetheless, it's something that you have overcome before. Next, God's strength versus your own strength. So, of course, when you're trying to get through something using your own strength, you're going to think it's unbearable. It's going to be too much for you. But when you use strength that's given from God or that is sourced from God, it's like small thing to a giant, aka yoke easy, burden light. So that's what it means. He'll never put more on me than I can bear. You've overcome whatever you're experiencing before. And when you tap into God's strength and not just rely on your own, you're able to overcome whatever little things that are thrown your way, because nothing is more powerful than God. So let's put together both of those parts, the first part and the second part. There's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot going on in people's personal lives, but it's all happening because God cares enough to correct it. God sees what's going on, and He cares enough to not only get you back on track, but get this world back on track. Because a lot of people and a lot of the world have gone completely astray from what they are supposed to be and what is supposed to be here in this world, okay? So everything that is happening, cliche, is happening for a reason. It's happening from a place of love. Even though you may see a lot of destruction, a lot of chaos, it's coming from a place of refinement, purification, course correction. And whatever is happening, we've all been given the tools and the strength to manage it, to deal with it, and to overcome it.